Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I'm going to be reviewing a newer release from Scream Factory, aka Shout Factory, and it is for Prince of Darkness, which if you saw my latest video from Fry's, you'll know that I picked this up just the other day. And, it had been, many years since I'd seen this film. I'm talking clear back in the mom and pop video store days. Like, I had not seen this film since then. Like, it'd literally been since I was a kid. So I really didn't remember anything about it. The only thing I really remember is Alice Cooper being in this film. You know, my dad was always a huge Alice Cooper fan, so of course I saw this. He watched it and I saw it when I was young. And, but really that's the only thing I remembered about it. You know, of course, Donald Pleasance being in it, being directed by John Carpenter. But plot-wise, story-wise, my previous feelings on it, I didn't remember anything. So, yeah, it was totally fresh to me. And I have to say, right out of the gate, you pop this in, and you look at the menu screen, right away that the picture quality is just going to be amazing on this film. And when I started it, sure enough, it is. I mean, just amazing picture quality. And, there's just an eerie, creepy presence in this film as soon as it starts, and it's got the patented John Carpenter sound to the score, the same type of sound that he had, in the Halloween films, and more probably like The Fog and stuff like that. It has that, that John Carpenter signature sound, which I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about. But, this film is it's very hard to explain. It's hard to describe because it's so surreal, it's so bizarre, and it's, the second out of three parts of what John Carpenter calls his Apocalypse trilogy, which it started with The Thing, and then, of course, this one, and then In the Mouth of Madness that came after this. And, they're not really related stories, except, it's the apocalypse happening. It's the end of the world. It's the end of civilization. And there isn't a pretty happy ending, neatly wrapped up package story with this or any of these films. And I really love them for that reason. This is just such a surreal, bizarre mind fuck of a type of movie that is just, like I said, it's hard to explain. The basic premise is, Donald Pleasance is a priest, and he calls in all these students, these scholars, these different people to this church in California where there is this cylinder in the basement that has this mysterious green liquid in it that is swirling. And, there's all these weird things that begin to happen, like these people watching from around the corner outside, these just strange people. And Alice Cooper is in with these people. He's a very albino Alice Cooper. And just weird things keep happening. This cylinder starts leaking this green shit that's inside of it. People start getting possessed. You've got this woman here who gets impregnated by this green shit. There's just all kinds of bizarre imagery and really just twisted storytelling to this movie. I think for that reason, some people's just not going to like this film. It's definitely not a film that, if you want a straightforward linear story, this isn't going to be a film for you. But if you enjoy films that it's an experience. It's not really, you go in with a general idea and, you just go with the flow of the film. I compare this to some of Fulci's films, The Beyond, City of the Living Dead. I mean, it's definitely in that realm. It definitely falls in line with those films. This would go right along with those. If you like films like this, I could not recommend this film more for you to check out. I personally absolutely love the film. I'm so glad I went ahead and picked it up, and it's basically a blind buy for me. I really love it a lot. That whole Apocalypse trilogy is amazing. It's an amazing, loosely based or loosely connected trilogy. And now I want to go and actually watch all three films in order, because it's, it would be such a dreadful and terrible experience And for me, that's exactly what I want out of a horror film. That's a true horror film to me. If there is a term that you could call something a true horror film, I want to have a dreadful feeling, this darkness, this, it doesn't have a happy ending. And man, this is just the embodiment of that definition. As far as like favorite films in the Apocalypse trilogy, I mean, the safe thing to say is The Thing. I mean, and for good reason. It's an excellent film. But mine has always been In the Mouth of Madness. Well, not always, but it's became my favorite out of the three. I just love that film. It's probably even more bizarre than this one. But I absolutely love it. But with that said, this one goes just right along. And, I'd probably say In the Mouth of Madness, The Thing, and then this one. But that doesn't mean that, like, this is any less than those other two. It's a very solid trilogy. And this film, just watching it on its own, is just amazing, guys. Just an excellent film, and the transfer is phenomenal. Highly recommend this. I'm going to go ahead and show you the packaging here. Of course, it has the slipcover that they do for these collector's editions, which, man, that is just, look at that artwork, guys. Is that not just amazing? Jeez, incredible. This is not a dream. John Carpenter's satanic classic, it says here, packed with special features. Of course, you get the commissioned artwork there, and then on the inside, you get the Blu-ray, and then you get the original artwork, which was on the original release. And I like that too, but guys, I gotta say, I like the commissioned artwork even better. This is what I'm gonna leave on the new artwork side. I just really like it a lot. Special features, I did check these out. There are, actually, I don't think I checked out all of them. I did not check out the commentary, but there is an interview with the guy that did the visual effects in this film. I can't remember his name, but he plays a small part in this film also. He is actually killed by Alice Cooper. Cool little interview with him, talking about how he'd never done anything before this, but John Carpenter wanted him in the film. He'd only done, like, plays and stuff. Cool little short interview with him. There's a nice little short interview with Alice Cooper, where he talks about how he really loves it that he got to be in a John Carpenter film, and how they actually met at WrestleMania 3, and that kind of started the wheels in motion for him to be in this film. What else is there? There is a Horror's Hollow Ground, which I did not get to check that out yet. That ought to be cool. Sean Clark always does a great job with those. And then it also has the commentary. And an interview with John Carpenter talking about, his thoughts now on the film, 20-some years after it's been released. 27 years? Something like that. And then the theatrical trailer. So, not real packed with stuff, like some of these other Scream Factory releases, but, enough to excite fans. And, if you're like me and didn't have this film, it's well worth picking up. And I mean, just like with their other releases, I mean, they just really knocked it out of the park, this transfer. It's absolutely excellent looking, guys. Like picture quality, I'm going to give the picture quality a 9.5 out of 10. The film itself, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, but like I said, it's not a film everybody's going to enjoy. Definitely don't expect a straightforward story. Don't expect it to be completely wrapped up, because it has a very bizarre ending. It's left open-ended, and it doesn't neatly wrap everything up, so you can't go into this film expecting that. But just watch it and let the film take you on its sick, dark, demented, evil, antichrist driven storytelling. So yeah, guys, that is it. That is Prince of Darkness. I am Jason. You have been watching Beyond the Realms. I am going to be checking out Darkman, the Scream Factory release that just came out a couple weeks ago. I'll be checking that out very soon, and I will be reviewing that also, so look for that soon. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Later.